Hello everyone, welcome to Mythus SMP. I hope you all enjoy the series. And further ado, let's go on with
Can you cook this beef for me?
you can't toss it in the.
No, I can't.
Do you not know, does your character not even know how to cook?
Nope, it's a king. I
Excuse
don't know how
me.
to cook.
You're sleeping in my bed. You're a king
I
now,
am a bad.
huh?
No, my character was a king. It's like a king from a fallen kingdom, and it kind of got destroyed by
I'm a void
by.
king. And I know how to
Oh,
cook. I know how to cook my own meals.
well, you see, you just ate chorus fruit. You didn't have anything else to eat.
I was born in the void. That doesn't mean I was born in the end. Those are two completely different dimensions. The void might be like a sub-dimension of the end, but there's more than just coarse fruit. You'll be surprised at what
Wait,
falls in. Like there's this
so
one time
like
where
the
like
one is
anvils
that
just
I
rain
was a
from the
fallen
sky.
king. I was a majestic king with a great big kingdom. There were thousands of people who followed. But then the Nether people, they came to my land with their battleships and Nether stars. Those those wither. They destroyed my entire kingdom. But then I tried to flee to the end, where I know they couldn't come due to the Endermen and them not being on such good terms. But then when I opened the end, something came back out. That was you. You popped out of the portal, and
Oh,
now
oh,
this is where we're at,
oh! I was just
rebuilding
I was
what
just
was lost.
checking out a new dimension. You know, I like hopping between dimensions some of the time. Sorry if I
Oh,
accidentally like bumped into you and caused you like to lose the portal.
no, you're fine. To be fair, it kind of saved. They can't mess with people of the void.
They're gonna have a
And
very hard time, and if they challenge me, they're gonna have a very hard time as well. Challenge me to the
you,
throne of my kingdom.
you see,
I
the
take.
people of the Nether fear the people of the void due to their
Do you want me?
abilities.
Let me spell it out a little bit more clearer. So, we can use abilities and or have special abilities. I am there. Well, there's more than like one Void Kingdom. There's like many. Sorry, I have to eat something. There's more than like one. I was like one of the first though, and we usually have a few unspoken rules. This should remain unspoken, but yeah, it's pretty peaceful when everyone's not at each other's throats.
I see.
Let's just say that there's a lot of weird stuff that sometimes falls. We usually have to deal with a lot of quakes because of how unstable the dimension is.
Yeah,
Because it's literally, it's okay. So you know what void is, like the essential like essence of void.
yeah. It is what half of my body is made out of.
I'm talking about another void. Do you know what that is?
What?
Okay, so we'll take this for example. There is a void between us right now.
Yeah.
So therefore, anything that that is where the dimension sits, if that makes sense. So anywhere, absolute anywhere, like to the deepest of the world, to like very up high in the skies, or even in the end or nether, the void can essentially. Of course, dimension's a little bit more tricky. You need to actually like figure out the runes and stuff if you're going to be traveling between the void. Oh, and then there is a void underneath the void, which is kind of houses the most like um. Let's just say that they're really dangerous. I get along with them pretty well, but let's just say if you fall in there, you're pretty much dead. because it's a killed or be killed in there.
Hey,
But yeah, we've been standing strong for quite a while,
you see this fire?
and we have fought.
Imagine the logs as my kingdom, and the fire as the nether that invade.
Uh, well,
That is how I was.
the Nether has the thing coming. We do have a fortress there, but we have
You
lost
see,
the due to the recent changes in the world. We existed in another world as well, but that world was destroyed by an entity. We have fought hundreds and trillions against, only a few thousand survived. It is not Entity 3343 if you're about to ask. It is a forgotten god. We are generally we are human, but there's another term that many use. That is the fallen. For we are human, but at the same time we are also fallen from any grace or heaven or hell, for it does not exist for us. But yeah, that's generally my story.
I see.
And you know what? Crime like happens some of the time, but it's generally like it doesn't really happen. It usually gets stuffed out. I absolutely
Right.
hate corruption. And
Wait,
yeah,
but isn't the end half of corruption? That's where most of the plants come from.
no, it's more
So,
it's more genetically grown like that due to like the essence of like dragon's breath. The teleportation, there's some Endermen that just run instead of teleport. They run super fast.
I see.
And it's usually rift errors and stuff like that, but it's not corruption. It's like saying this is actually a part of Enderman's soul, not their like any like down there or their eye. Well, actually, it's
It is
part.
their eye.
It's yeah, it's part of their eye, but some pure ender pearls are more of their soul.
The ender eye is their soul.
Yes, it's also that's why we don't like harm Endermen unless they willingly give us it. Because sometimes they can the void does weird things to entities. Due to how much chaos there has to be balance. And well,
I see.
we're currently at peace. It also my kingdom can run itself, so if I'm like not there or like dead in limbo, then well, it'll be fine.
I see.
Do you want to hear the story of how I got it? How the void was somewhat created? Or is that too much lore?
Let me tell you something. Before we walk off in separate directions and do continue what we were doing. See, I have an ability. The reason I became a king is that I have many copies of myself. And as I am made out of matter, I can give half of my life to revive someone from the dead.
I see.
How I became a king is I revived the greatest fighters. And I took the kingdom with them. And that is how I became a king.
Did you people like enjoy life like my kingdom did?
After I became king. The current king was a tyrant.
Oh, so their living condition was shit.
More than that.
I mean, I have
They were living
semi democracy in my kingdom just so that because absolute power corrupts most of the time. So like the queens have the queen system, which I somewhat came up with Dr. Enderman.
See, I used to be a true being of matter, but after I revived the After I revived the heroes and after the hundreds of years I ruled my kingdom, once they started attacking, my body started to fall apart and I have this appearance now.
Hmm. What do you know what like chaotic energy signature your matter has? Because the people of the void, since resources are essentially end zone, and we have to reinforce it. However, we can grow lots and lots of crops. So essentially, we can take those crops and decompose it to make material.
I
So
see.
if you know the composition of your matter, we might be able to assist. Though it might take a few hundred years.
You see, the problem with that is that my matter is in such a uncontrollable state that well developing my matter might be that sometimes my body can become more light or dark. If I become more light, I become very kind and lighthearted. Well, I also am weaker. But if I become dark, a lot of death happens around me. I have an aura. You see, it is called the dark side of me for a reason. An aura emanates from me that kills all within an area of me. Well, within 10 seconds,
Uh,
and I become very, very, very vicious.
what effect do you have on water?
What do you mean?
Well, the being that we defeated, that we sealed him, we couldn't really exactly kill him without destroying, well, not only the world, but the balance itself. See, it didn't really exactly have a body. It was more of like,
An entity within something.
no, it didn't. Well, this is very difficult to explain. See, it's like it didn't exactly exist, but didn't.
So
But it was there and it could be seen. Many died from just seeing it.
I
And it did have followers, however, because I think it was blinded by rage or something, it was just, it had lost something to time. Time took its body away, so it was just born without one, if that makes sense. So imagine you're just in constant pain as your soul is like being teared apart and probably reassembled on the molecular level. That's would probably drive any being insane.
understand.
So we use the nether core. There's only like a few in existence currently, due to the world that we use to forge these items collapsing. No life exists there. Only the tower that we sealed the entity in. Its name is forbidden to speak of since it's so been recently sealed.
Hmm. Do you
However,
remember how I
however,
said
it does the cube does move. It will one day get out, but not anytime soon.
Grim?
Hello, Grim. We are telling spooky stories. Oh yes, we could use the nether core to